with hints, tips and tradie chat. Grab yourself a brew because it's about to start. This is Women in Trades with Amy the Sparky.
Before the show starts, I just quickly wanted to talk to you about Tradify. Tradify is a fast-growing job management platform for all busy tradespeople. It's great for managing all sorts of business admin such as quotes, tracking invoices, timesheets and appointments, leaving you more time to focus on other important things. Tradify have very kindly given me a discount code for my viewers, so check them out by clicking the link in my show description and using discount code AMY50 to get 50% off. Now, let's crack on with this show.
Today I'm talking to Lisa, aka Gas Girl, as I know her.
Hi.
Hello. So I just want a general chit chat with you. I want to know all about you, your career, what's going on in your life, and everything. Tell us a bit about you. So where are you from, first of all?
So I'm from a little town called Cumbran, which is in South Wales. And I've tradie lady that's later on getting into the game, really. Obviously, I know a lot of people go into it from school, but I'm one of the ones that have decided to change career later on in life.
Okay, so for me, so how old were you when you started your training?
25.
I think that's a really common age, between 24, 26. I was even older. I think I was 28, but a lot of girls that I get messaging me through the podcast are about mid-20s. So I think, I really think it's a point in people's life where we've gained that bit of confidence. It wasn't
definitely.
Or realise that this is what we want to do, and to have the confidence now to go and do it. So
definitely bite the bullet and do it. And I don't think from school a lot of people know what they want to do anyway. No. So I think it takes that good few years, if not longer, to kind of decide or realise what you want to do, or you realise that there's more opportunities out there.
So many more options. And we were saying in the podcast, I just don't think at school you feel like it's an option for you. It's never spoken about girls doing this.
Definitely not. No. I think if it was an option in school, like you have careers days and stuff, don't you? But they're crap. But they were in my school. I think if someone came to me and was like, look, you could go and do an apprenticeship and do this, I might have thought, oh yeah, okay, because plumbing did enter my head when I was in school, but you just don't get shown that right path to go down. You don't have any guidance. So when it came up then, when I was 25, I was like, yeah, I'll do it. I wasn't happy where I was, so took the plunge and got it, and here I am.
Amazing. So what was it that came up that made you think, oh yeah, I'll do that?
So my sister worked in an office in a social housing company, and she heard that the opportunity was coming up and they were looking for 2 apprentices. So she was like, would you be keen? Because I know it's something that you've thought of in the past. And so I applied and got it, and here I am now, 4.5 years later.
Wow. And no regrets?
No, definitely not. Not at all. No. I've always been more of a practical worker anyway. So I'm not one to sit in an office. So when the opportunity came up, I was ready for a change in career anyway, to be honest. So
what were you doing before? I'm always really interested to know, because my career before was like the total opposite to what I'm doing now.
Yeah, well, mine was, to be honest, I was a dental nurse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so still like a practical job. Being hands-on and stuff, but I just got bored, and I do get bored quite easily, to be honest. I was there for probably about 6 years maybe in total, because I had a year out, I went traveling, came back, didn't want to go back into dental nursing, but obviously I didn't have a job, so luckily my old boss took me back on, and you just get comfortable, don't you? So again, I was there for like nearly 2 years. That wasn't the intention, but you just get comfortable. And then when this came up, I was like, on it.
You're ready.
So luckily I got one of those 2 apprentice positions, and yeah, here I am now. No regrets whatsoever, no.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I hate the dentist, by the way. I had to go yesterday.
I went pretty enough.
Did you? I went just for my normal checkup. I was absolutely terrified. I don't know what it is. As soon as I get there, it's like I start automatically crying. Like something's gonna happen to me. Yeah. So I'm wearing this mask. My eyes are full of tears, like on my own, and they make you wait outside. I was like shaking.
Yeah.
And I get in there and I'm waiting for him to go, everything's fine, and he dropped the bombshell. Oh, I think you need an X-ray. I was like, what? You're supposed to just say everything's fine. So
off you go, see you in 6 months.
Yeah. Well, actually, are most people like that? Are there more people scared of the dentist than not scared?
Yeah, a lot are, to be honest. That's the thing, because I used to be a dental nurse. I'm kind of used to people feeling like that now. But yeah, a lot of people are. And I think it stems from a young age as well. But yeah, you're not the only one, definitely not. And I think with these circumstances at the moment as well, like they're limited on what treatment they can do at the moment because of the aerosols and stuff, and the like times between wiping down surgeries and stuff in between patients, like that's all had to change. So it is tough for them at the moment. I do feel for them. They've had to change their way of working basically. So it's not the best environment at the moment, to be honest. Hard times for them, but it is what it is, isn't it? And you've just got to kind of get on with that, unfortunately.
Everyone's just had to adapt, haven't they?
Yeah, definitely, exactly.
So from your apprenticeship then, were you with the same company through your whole apprenticeship? And
yeah, basically. So the company I started with, I was with them doing my apprenticeship, and I started obviously with another guy because they took on 2 apprentices at the same time. So that was quite nice, to be honest. So we were in college together on the same days, in work together, or sometimes you'd be like with different like full-time engineers. But it was nice that I kind of had someone to go on that journey with.
Yeah. Was he the
first time I met him
from school?
What's that?
Was he the same age as you, or was he from school?
No, a bit younger than me, a couple of years younger, but he still wasn't like fresh out of school. Okay. So that was nice because we were kind of on the same wavelength.
Yeah.
So that was nice. And the first time I met him was actually at college on the open day rather than in work. He actually started a week earlier than me, actually on the job, because I had to hand my notice in with the dentist and stuff, whereas he was available straight away. So yeah, it was nice to go through that journey with him. But my apprenticeship actually, so the company I was with, the social housing company, they decided in April 2019 that they didn't want the gas team in-house anymore. So we actually got 2P'd over to another company. So kind of the first 2 years of my apprenticeship was with the one social housing company, and then the second 2 years have been with another company, but still working on the same social housing contract.
Right, okay.
So yeah, a bit of a faff, but it is what it is. And to this day, I still don't really understand why they decided to get rid of the gas team, because they've still got electrical in-house and all these other trades in-house. They just got rid of the gas team. And they kept plumbing as well. So I literally just work on gas. I never do plumbing.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, so
makes sense. So you carried on doing the same, working in the same social
yeah, still in the same properties. Really? Exactly the same contract. I was just wearing a different uniform, and I had a different employer, basically, driving around in different vans. So
how did you find it working in social housing? Because I listened to some, do you know Kimmy the Sparks?
Yeah.
I listened to some of her stories and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I know. It's an eye-opener.
Yeah.
It is an eye-opener. Pros and cons. I think you get that everywhere, to be honest. Pros and cons. It's all right, and you do get some lovely tenants, but
she has some lovely stories. She has some lovely stories, some really lovely people that she's met. And some just some nice experiences. Well, so
you can get one extreme and the other, to be honest. Some are lovely, and then some are just hard work, and they just want everything for nothing, unfortunately. But
I suppose it's the same with all customers. You never know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. But yeah, I don't mind it, to be honest. It's all I know. I haven't worked in like a private company, so all I know is social housing. I don't know any different. So I think until I go to somewhere that is a private company and then see the other side of working, I can only speak for social housing, really.
Yeah. So you did that for 4 years, or just over 4 years.
Yeah, so I've not long qualified. So I was due to qualify last March, and then obviously COVID hit. So it was so annoying. I actually done my exams, the written exams, and finished the last written exam on the Friday. And then that's when Boris announced lockdown.
Oh, no.
And I was due to go back on the Monday to do my practical exams. And obviously I couldn't go back to do them. So I was so annoyed because the fact that I'd done half of the work, half of the exams, I only had like 2 days worth left of practical and I couldn't complete it. And we obviously couldn't get told a date of when we could complete it because we didn't know how long we were going to be in lockdown for. So yeah, that was annoying. So there was an opportunity then that came up in June. College contacted us and was like, look, the few of you that started your exams, you might be able to finish them. And then they knocked that on the head then last minute. So again, that was like a kick in the teeth. So I didn't actually then finish those practical exams until September.
Oh, God.
So yeah, 6 months delay in qualifying. But again, there's people that are worse off than us, aren't there? So I got there in the end. So yeah, qualified in September. And then between college, City and Guilds and Gas Safe, I didn't actually then get on the Gas Safe register until November. So I've only been working as a qualified engineer since November. So still early days for me, really.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm still learning every day. Although I think you always will. A lot of the experience, say you're always going to be learning. There's something new. Well, every day's a school day, they say, isn't there?
Yeah, you're always going to come across new stuff you've not seen.
Yeah,
regulations are always changing. There's always
exactly. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, still early days for me. So I've only been like working out on my own really for like 5-6 months.
Yeah,
but I'm enjoying it. I feel like I've learned a lot in that time as well.
Yeah,
I think when you've got to make decisions for yourself and you're on the job yourself, that's when you really start learning as well, and you pick up your own little ways of doing things, your own routines. So don't get me wrong, Christ, I ask for help probably most days.
Yeah. I do too. It's all part of the process, isn't it?
It is, and there's no shame in asking for help. You have to. It's a way of learning
and making like yourself better.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah,
you're never going to move forward or improve if you don't, do you? No. And you'll learn by your mistakes as well. And the only way of moving forward is by doing something.
Yeah.
So, and I learn more by being hands-on as well. Like I could read up or read like MIs, but if someone showed me, then I'd learn better that way. And you can pick up like tips and tricks off people, can't you? And Instagram, this is brilliant. The amount of tips that I've picked up off Instagram is mad.
I always say this, it's brilliant. Little tips and bits of advice, and that if you've got a question about something, you've got certain people that you think, I know they're going to know that, and they're so good. Some of the people on there, you'll get a message back within like 3 minutes, like giving you the answer. Or if you put like a question on, you'll get so much advice. It's
brilliant, fair play, and it's nice that everyone helps. It's nice that we've got that platform, because Christ, the amount of times I've asked questions on Instagram or I've DM'd them individually, like you said, it's nice that they're there and they are willing to help, and they're normally quite quick as well.
Yeah, get you out of some holes.
Yeah, definitely, because if you stood on the job and you're like, oh shit, like I need help, I need someone to I need someone to reply to me, and if they are quick, then you're laughing, aren't you?
Yeah, you've got to try and look busy for half an hour. While you're waiting for an answer. We've all been there, hiding in the toilet, like waiting.
Yeah.
So you're starting with a new company, aren't you?
Yeah, so I've not long handed my notice in, so I'm actually off this week now, which is quite nice because I'm kind of de-stressing.
Yeah.
To start with a new company on Monday. So yeah, newly qualified. We were short of engineers basically, and it's just been too stressful. So yeah, I got a bit much. So I'm handed my notice in. I'm starting with a new company now come Monday. So fingers crossed, all goes well with this new company. Yeah. So similar, we're still working on social housing contract, but it's a smaller company and it's family run as well. So I'm hoping to be considered as like a person rather than a number.
Yeah.
Just having that support really. So like I said, if I am stuck on a job, I want to be able to like ring someone within the company and seek help with them as well. I shouldn't have to be really coming to Instagram and like guys I used to work with and stuff. I shouldn't have to really do that. I should have the support from the company.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
Hopefully I will get that. So yeah, a week off this week, and like I said, just de-stress and get myself ready now for next week.
I don't blame you. A week off sounds nice.
Yeah. I know. Shame the sun's not out.
I know. Gutted. Yeah, it's not been too bad today, but yeah, it's like really sunny one minute and all of a sudden it's absolutely tipping it down. I don't understand.
I know.
My hair is
like, I can't cope with the rain.
Huh?
I can't cope with the rain. It's so annoying. But yeah, I'm a summer girl, I am, look.
I'm me.
Summer girl through and through. So.
Yeah. I had a week off recently and I've forgotten it already. Like you come back, don't you? And within a day, you're like, was I off? Where did I go? Like,
I know. You just get straight stuck back into it, don't you?
Yeah. It's manic at the minute. Everyone that I talk to is just so busy.
Like, I know why. I don't get it.
I don't know.
People calm down by now. It's crazy this year. I don't know whether it's because people aren't really going on holiday or because the weather's still crap. I don't know.
Yeah, I think people have just saved money, haven't they? And they're doing the houses.
Yeah.
It's good for us though. I'm not complaining.
Yeah, it is good. It is good. But Christ, everyone's going to need a break after this.
Yeah. I'd love to go abroad. But I can't be bothered with the
if we had some sun, like I'm happy to sit in the garden, to be honest. But we haven't even got that at the moment.
It's a bit depressing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, have you got any funny stories or sort of jobs that you'll never forget for one reason or another?
Do you know what? I don't know. Off the top of my head, I can't think of any now. I probably have, but put on the spot like this, I can't think.
I know. I'm the same. I hate it when people ask me questions like that. I don't know why I asked you, because it's just really annoying, isn't it?
I can't really think of any off the top of my head. I've not myself made really any major mistakes. I've always been quite cautious compared to some of the guys. Like some of the guys just get like stuck in straight away.
Yeah.
They've always been a bit more like less confident than them. I don't know why that is, and I'm still the same now, to be honest. But I have got better since being qualified because I've had no choice. You're on your own and you've got to improve. So my confidence has gained, but I'm always still a bit more weary and like I'm afraid if something's going to go wrong or I'm going to end up getting wet or flooding someone's bloody kitchen or house or whatever. I remember being on an install, actually. There was a few of us. We were working in a bungalow and one of the guys was working up in the attic. I think two of us had done work up there and I think we were adding like auto air vents in the attic and he hadn't tightened the nut. So we were filling up, hatch was up and everything, and all we heard was pop. So we were bleeding the radiators and stuff. All we heard was a pop. And we were like, oh shit, what's going on here? Pulled the attic hatch down. It was literally like a waterfall. I've never seen water like it. We were like, shit, turn the water off. So I'll never forget that. But off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything at the moment.
I get so scared. When we've got to get floors up.
Yeah.
And if it's boards, I multi-tool down the board because I'm scared of circular saws. I'm scared of the grinder. Those are tools that I don't like. I don't like. If I can avoid using them, then I will. So I always use multi-tool for everything because I love it as well. And I'm always so like terrified of cutting a pipe.
Nipping a pipe.
Causes so much mess.
Yeah. Definitely.
Like the worst thing. I like cut. It takes me ages to get a board up because I cut like a tiny bit, and then I'm like poking around, see if I'm like, how deep I've gone, trying to put a mark on my blade so I'm not going past my mark. And oh god,
it's a good way of being though, isn't it? Instead of diving in and then making a mistake.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah.
It takes longer then to get out of it than if you were more cautious in the first place. So I don't blame you there. I'm the same.
I had my dream last night as well, right? I don't know if this is just me, I'm a bit mental. But if I dream something and I wake up and I remember it, I think that it's like, what's the word? Is it premonition? Where I feel like it's going to happen to me.
Yeah.
So I have to avoid ever getting into that situation for the day because it might happen to me. So honestly, last night I dreamt that I was working on this old like farmhouse building. I was on my own and I needed to drill a big hole in the ground. And the customer was a bloke, he was stood watching me. And as I picked up the drill, he said, "Oh, let me do that for you." And I thought, all right, yeah. So I gave him the drill. Yeah, and I stood back and I was watching him, and he was drilling down, and he hit the like main incoming supply, and he went bang, and then I was like shocked, and then I watched him burn from the inside out, like he was all purple and blistered. And I was in my dream, I was like screaming and crying, and I woke up so traumatized. I swear to God, that was just after 4 o'clock this morning. So I got up out of bed because I was so like traumatized by every time I shut my eyes, I could just see this man's face. So I was hoovering here at 4 o'clock this morning, cleaned my kitchen, put the load of washing on. I couldn't go to bed.
Oh my God, you want that?
Then all day today, I didn't pick up the SDS. I thought I'm not using it just in case. My second fixing in 2 houses today. The power's not even on. The board's not on yet, so I would have been safe, but I don't know. I'm a bit like
that's nuts. I never have dreams like that.
I don't dream very often. Like, and I don't sleep well. I only sleep for really short amounts of time. I wake up all the time. I never remember my dreams. So when I do, and they're like that, I'm like, oh God. It's a sign, like I must avoid this all day. A bit mental. But everywhere's looking really clean around here because I've been up all night cleaning, so
there we are. You're probably knackered now, then, are you?
I'm exhausted, so I went to work all day and then I went to fit some spotlight. It's at one of my mates' houses. Lucky they live in a bungalow, so it was easy. And their loft was really clean because I don't do lofts, really.
Oh, do you not?
I'm like terrified. I sound like I'm scared of everything, don't I? I've told you I'm scared of dentists, I'm scared of a grinder, I'm scared of lofts. Not lofts, I'm scared of spiders.
And me.
If a loft is clean and nice and hasn't got like gigantic cobwebs hanging around everywhere,
I'm with you there.
And I'm all right.
You have to pop your head up through the hatch and then you're like,
what do you do then? If you get a job and then there's a loft that you think I can't go up there, what do? Do you make yourself do it, or do you just go, no, I'm not going up there?
Yeah, I make myself.
I can't.
I like put a hood up.
Pull it tight around your face.
As well. Like put the ladder up and you lift the hatch up. And you kind of gauge in the situation then before you go any further.
Yeah.
So before I even pop my head up, I'm like, right, how much shit is in the way first? How many cobwebs? Where do I need to go in comparison to where the hatch is? Because like we have to check vertical floors and stuff that are in lofts. And if they're like in the eaves or something, I'm like, do I really have to crawl over there? Because the amount of spiders, that's the first thing that's come into my head. What spiders are up here? So I'm looking for the cobwebs.
It's horrific. If I can force myself to go in one, it has to be a clear route because I need to know how many seconds, if something happens, I'm going to and how many seconds or it's going to take me to get back to the hatch. Honestly, I'm going to have a heart attack one day. I only put my head through and I'm like, my heart is pounding and I make this funny noise and I didn't know I was doing it until I was in a loft with someone and they were like, why are you making that noise? And I was like, what noise? But I go like, but I think it's like a comfort thing. Like for me, I don't know, but I guess.
Yeah, you probably didn't realise you're doing it.
No, I get so stressed. I can't hear what anyone's saying to me. Like, I can't listen. I'm just like, I don't know, in some weird zone.
It's funny what we have to go through.
I know.
This is thing, sometimes it's unavoidable and you have to do it. But yeah, I do try and gauge the situation before you like have to walk in there properly. And if it's boarded, that's a bonus. If there's a light in there, that's a bonus.
Yeah. If you go to a house, right, and they've got like 4 kids, you just know that there's going to be so much crap in the loft. There were like 6 Christmas trees, 45 suitcases, boxes of toys, and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah. I hate it. I had one recently, actually, before I left the company, and I couldn't even lift the hatch up because all like loads of shit had fallen on top of the hatch. I was struggling. I was like balancing on my head. She was like, oh, I forgot about that. She said, like, she did warn me it was going to be full, but not that you can't even like lift the hatch up.
Was it packed to the edge then? Like, how did you get in?
Well, I was balancing it on my head, basically. I was like, there's something on you and I have to try and push it off. It's so awkward. It probably took me a good 10 minutes just to bloody get the hatch off. Because if there's too much in the way, then you've got nowhere to put the hatch, have you?
No.
I'm like, stand up this way, could have stand up that way, and then you prop it up, and then if you're halfway through and then it falls on you, it's a nightmare.
I think it's really not ideal. When customers know that you're going to have to go in the loft, right, and their loft is a dump, I think it's really inconsiderate for them to not bother doing it. It's like when we go to houses to do EICRs and they've not moved anything, they know what's involved because we tell them that on the day you're going to get 1 person or 2 people and this is what they're going to do. So they know what's coming. You know, and you'll go to a house where this happens all the time. The board's under the stairs and the stair cupboard is packed to the door. You open the door, you can't see in it. Yeah. You're like, where's the board? Like, what? You know, if that was me, I'd empty the cupboard. I don't understand people.
Nor me at all.
The things we have to go through.
Especially if you told them, like, have the decency and at least make it clear.
I went to one. It must have been near Christmas time, right? Was it? Yeah, no, it was the beginning of the year. It was New Year, right? And there was a woman in. She had kids, but they were at school, and this was the same. The board was under the stairs. It was packed. She'd not moved a single thing, and she was lying on the sofa on her phone while I was going around taking second fronts and doing stuff, and complaining how bored she was because she'd been on furlough since March. She'd been on furlough for 10 months, and she couldn't. The house was a dump. The whole house was stuff everywhere. I'm like, you've been on furlough for 10 months and you can't tidy up or at least empty your understairs cupboard. Yeah. Like, what? We're working like mental hours every day, 7 days a week sometimes.
Frustrating, isn't it?
It is. I don't understand people. I don't. Sometimes it's me, but
and that's the thing. I hate to say it, but that's like what a lot of social housing is like.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Well, yeah. Sometimes
like you tell me and get on with it.
Yeah. Sometimes, like on the odd occasion, I think, oh, I should have just got an office job, but I know that 5 minutes after an office job, I'll be bored as.
Oh God, yeah, me, definitely.
It's not the environment for me.
Yeah, like I've been to some jobs and they're like dirty. Like I've obviously been an apprentice for most of my time on the tools.
Yeah. So
I've been working with an engineer, and it's not really my place to then refuse a job. But now being qualified, I will be refusing a lot more. You just shouldn't have to work in states like that. It's like dog mess and crap everywhere. Like it's unhygienic. We shouldn't have to work in situations like that. They should be told to have it clear.
Yeah.
Before we get there. You shouldn't be kneeling in dog shit. It's wrong. I don't get how people are living like that this day and age anyway.
No.
But yeah.
I went to a lovely house. I did an EICR on a lovely house last year. And when we went in, the guy was like, oh, we've got a cat, but it's really nervous, so it'll hide under the bed in the front room. I was like, yeah, no worries. He said, oh, it won't come out. I was thinking, good, because I can't stand cats. I'm really honestly, I hate them. Anyway, so I'm going around counting up sockets and different things, and I go to walk down the side of the bed, and I've taken my shoes off because it's the whole house is carpeted, and literally my foot was this far from a massive pile of cat diarrhea on on the side of the bed, right? So I thought, oh no, what am I going to do? I don't want to go down to the customer and be like, oh, you got a massive pile of cat shit next to you.
No, it's awkward, isn't it?
Isn't it? So I just left it.
I don't want to embarrass them and like say, do you know this shit here?
Like, I know, on your lovely cream carpet. There was a really deep pile. It felt like real quality stuff. I felt a bit bad for him, so I didn't tell him. I just left, and I thought, if he goes in there and we don't put the light on first, that's literally going to go between his toes.
Oh God,
that's going to be awful. It was massive as well. I don't know what sort of cat they had. Some sort of
minging. It's the smell as well, though, isn't it? I'm not good with smells either. I try not to think about it, to be honest. I had to change my niece's nappy on Monday because I'm off, and I was watching my sister, and I'm useless. I'm like literally kecking. I am useless. Like
my eyes water. I'm like like wretched in my eyes water, but
yeah. And even when it's over with, then you can either still smell it or you're thinking about it, and you're still like building yourself up. Then like.
Oh my God.
Oh, not good. Not good.
When I was going to ask you earlier, you know, when you were at college, were there any other females on your course?
No, I was the only one. So it's obviously a 4-year course for us. So you do 2 years level 2 plumbing, and then 2 years level 3 plumbing and your gas. And for the full 4 years, I was the only girl in the college. So the years above me and years below me, there weren't any other females either. So for the full 4 years, it was just me and all the guys. Apparently there's a female that started last September that enrolled, so that's good.
Oh, okay.
But, in work and in college, I'm the only female.
Yeah. What about in your area? Do you know of many other female trades?
No.
I thought I've like met so many since I joined Instagram. So there is actually more out there than I thought. But there's still just such a percentage.
Yeah. It's mad around here. There's no one really that I know of. People have told me there's a girl that works for another social housing company. I think she's been there a while, but I don't know where she lives or if she's around I don't know, or how old she is. I don't know anything about her.
Well, stalk her, find her and stuff.
It's mad, isn't it? Because you do wonder, like, Instagram is massive and there are slowly more females coming through on there, but it's mad to think, I wonder if they have got it and I just don't know, or I haven't found them, or
it's really funny.
It's
I've been chatting to lots of women, and some of them are so local, and I didn't like
mad, isn't it?
Like when you're working, you meet so many other tradespeople in all different areas, because I work in quite a big radius, and I've never heard of them. And I always ask guys, oh, if you work with any other female sparks or whatever, and they always say no. And I was literally chatting to Kaz Gas.
Oh yeah.
This week, she lives like 20 minutes from me.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Mad, isn't there?
Yeah, and I just never
didn't know that.
No, and I always thought I must be the only female in this area. So when I go in Screwfix or anywhere like that, they all just stare at me like I've got 16 heads. So I just think, I must be the only.
Do you ever see any women in like other tradey ladies and merchants or anything? No.
No, never.
No, same. See.
No.
Mad. I know.
I saw on your Instagram that you've done some What was it you've done? You did some article for someone.
Yeah, so a couple of months ago, someone contacted me on there and said, would you mind like doing one? It'd just be like a phone call asking some questions and answering them and all that jazz. Yeah. I was a bit weary at first, to be honest, because it's like stuff like this I don't normally do. Yeah. I was like, oh God, I don't know. It was around the time actually of Independence Women Day. But yeah, I done it in the end. I spoke to like some of the girls and stuff, and my mum and dad and whatever, and they were like, yeah, like go for it. Get more word out there of like females in trades and stuff. So I agreed.
Yeah.
And yeah, I made it to the metro. So yeah, that's good. Because again, it's all just trying to promote, like if we can get younger girls now in schools and stuff to try and consider it and know that there are options, then bonus in there. So
that's
the more we can put it out there, then
spread the word. I get asked to do bits and bobs, and you know, I used to always be sort of like nervous or scared to do it, but now I just say yes to everything because it all
you've got to have a new, otherwise I don't think anything's going to change.
No, and I just think why say no to opportunities? I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? I'm going to say something stupid and people are going to go, oh, she said something stupid. Well, I don't really care anymore.
Exactly.
So yeah,
no, I think we're always going to have some negative comments. I don't think we're ever going to get rid of that.
No,
there's always going to be some knobhead out there that's got something to say, but forget it. And as long as it's the minority,
then
and
it is,
because I'd say most of the guys on Instagram, they're supportive of us.
I was just gonna say, I get so much support from men on Instagram. Like, you know, when I do some of these, I think, God, did that come across as a bit like I was like slating all men for saying this or that or doing this or that on
site? Yeah, not at all.
Not at all. It's a tiny minority
it is.
that try and make it difficult for us at work or whatever. And 99% of men are so supportive, and especially there's some companies as well that are really supportive of women in trades. But there's a guy, I don't know if you know him, Neil.
Yeah, I'd say number one supporter in me.
He is a legend. Neil, if you're listening, we love you. We think you're a legend. We absolutely I love him. He's just one of those guys that he's always there if you need to talk to him, or you know, you need to rant or you want to talk
about definitely.
I've even messaged him on a Sunday afternoon asking him how to make cauliflower cheese sauce. He looks like a real like awesome cook as well. So I'm like, who will know this? Neil will know this. Neil knows everything. But yeah, he'll fight your corner every time, and
definitely
great guy. He's a dad of 3 daughters, isn't he? So I think he, you know,
and it's good because I always think like the guys that are always negative, like if they got daughters or like, it just makes me feel sick if they have, how are they saying this about women when you've got daughters of your own? Like, you just be a role model, in there. You don't want to be like that. No. I don't get it.
I don't at all, but
I know when some of the girls have had stick on Instagram or comments or whatever, I love it because Neil's the first one on there and I'm like, yes.
Neil's straight in. Like some
straight in.
Like kill me, like Gina. And you know, Rach, Plumbing by Rach.
Yeah.
I love it. And you know, Charlotte Electrics.
Yeah.
She's awesome as well. She's so young but so like strong-minded and feisty, and I love her attitude towards stuff. She's just like, well, I'll just tell them to F off, like I'm learning and what, and I'm like, it's true, you are. Like
yeah, definitely. And it's good to be like that because sometimes, again, I haven't got the confidence to be like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I won't take any crap.
Yeah.
But sometimes after the situation, I think, why didn't I say that? Or why didn't I say that? Like,
that's infuriating, isn't it? When you think of 10 really good responses, but after the situation,
damn it. I hate that.
But Well,
yeah, Instagram is really good for the support. Fair play.
Really, really good. Really, I've met some awesome people on there.
Yeah, and me. And it's mad. You talk to loads of people and like never met them before, but you feel like you know them, don't you? Like you said, going to Neil and asking him about like cauliflower cheese, because you kind of get to know. You're watching their stories like daily, and you get to know them, even though you've never met them, and it's nice.
I know, and the banter actually kills me. You know, like some of the girls have just got the same humour as me, and Louise from her Home Improvements, we chat about all sorts of rubbish. I can send her 20 voice notes in a row and she'll reply to everything. And some of the stuff we talk about is like dark and deep, but it's so funny. And Gina, she'll message, she's got the same sense of humour as me. So I'll put a picture on Instagram like a chocolate bar and she'll immediately message me saying, "You're such a fat fuck." Do you know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, I know. I just find her hilarious, and she says that I've told her. She says that I always say because I'm half Indian, so that one's for you, Gina, because I had mentioned it in this episode. But yeah, she goes on the sunbeds, and because she's stupid, she burnt her ear last week.
Oh God.
And then we were talking about tans and stuff, and I was like, I tan really fast, you know, because I'm half Indian. And I didn't realise that I say it a lot. Apparently I've told her too many times, so now she just rips me for it. But I'm
you half Indian?
Yeah, look how pale I am. I was talking to Hayley from Cube Lighting on here, and just before we started recording, I was moaning about how pale I was. And she was like, "God, you are pale. You're blending into that white wall." Oh.
Oh God. I can actually see the shine on my head. I was telling you earlier, I went for a chemical peel today. I'm not very girly, but I went for a facial, first ever facial at my age, and I'm literally like glowing now. You can see the light on my face, but
it looks like all fresh, nice skin.
Yeah.
My skin's 80% plaster dust. Maybe that's why I'm so pale. It's just all the dust that's settled.
Just need a good wash.
Yeah, I'm really brown underneath all this dust, honestly.
Get you some of those grime wipes that Holly uses.
Oh, I don't know how she does that.
I know. Well, funny enough, I was talking to the girl that done my facial earlier, and she was like, "Oh, what do you use and stuff?" I was like, "Oh, I always use wipes to like remove my makeup and stuff." She was like, "Wipes aren't good. They're not good for your skin." And then I instantly thought of Holly there, and I thought,
if that's bad,
if face wipes aren't good, then they're definitely not good.
Oh my God, she's mental. That's mental. Your face is full of.
I know.
A guy messaged me saying,
when I saw that.
Say that again.
I was creasing when I saw that.
I know. Yeah, a guy messaged saying, "Well, I use those on my face all the time," and I'm thinking, "Wow, you're a bloke." Like,
I know. All the girls are concerned about Holly now. Bless her. That's the thing with oil, though. She's gonna get dirty, and what do you do in there?
So dirty. Sometimes I get sick of the dirtiness. Like even in my job, it's not the dirt; it's the dust.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just goes everywhere. You're covered in it. I've got like a little brush, and I try and brush my trousers and stuff. But I get in the van, and then the van's covered in it, and then it settles everywhere. And I'm with cleaning stuff, and it drives me mental.
Yeah,
my hair's all dry, and my hands are dry. All I've done is moan today. I don't know why I do this job. All I do is moan. Got
to moan daily. You can't get through the day without unless you're moaning. There's always something in there.
I'm only happy when I'm moaning.
Yeah. So the first 2 years of my apprenticeship, I was installing, so you did get dirty and dusty.
Yeah.
But I'm only like service and repair now, so I don't get that dirty, to be honest. But
oh, nice.
Yeah, I hate it. Like you said, it's the dust.
Yeah. It does do your head in. I hate it when you're on first fix and you've done like about half a day, and you go and you ran for lunch and look in the mirror, and the whole of your nose is white. And all your eyelashes and all my eyebrows and then my hair. I was like, why has no one told me? No one tells me.
I know.
Like, do you know what I mean?
Embarrassing.
I know. Right, on that note.
Your nose then, the amount of like crap that comes out your nose as well, isn't there?
Well, your nose at night. It's disgusting. Honestly, it's like brick and that. Can't be good for you. 'Cause you know, sometimes I think, oh, I don't need a mask. It's not that dusty. But then you blow your nose at the end of the day, and you're like, oh God.
Yeah, you don't realise. And again, another thing about being up in lofts, I guess in your throat. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're coughing all day then, aren't you?
Yeah, when it sticks to your clothes and you're all itchy.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
We love a moan.
Anything else?
That's it. I know voice sending your voice notes constantly now, just moaning. I've got something to moan about. Who needs to hear this? I know. Gas girl wants to hear this. Right. I'm going because the last thing that I'm going to moan about, I've got a real splitting headache.
Oh God.
So I'm going to go and take some paracetamol, wash all the plaster dust off me, and go to bed. Hopefully not have nightmares and not be at 4 o'clock.
Have an early night, definitely.
Yeah. So yeah, it was lovely talking to you. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for asking me on.
Oh, you're awesome. And what's your Instagram name if people want to get in touch with you?
It is gas_girl_.
Gas girl. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Thanks so much.
Cheers, Amy.
Good job. Is it next week you start?
Yeah, it's a Monday.
Yeah. Good luck. So, yeah, good luck. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you settle in fast. I'm sure you'll be amazing.
I'll let you know how I get on.
Yeah, drop me a message.
Fingers crossed it goes all right.
I hope you get an awful loft on day one. Get the bad thing out of the way at the beginning.
I know, watch out, man. End of the first week.
You'll be sound.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
All right, I'll speak to you soon.
Yeah, nice one. Cheers, Amy. Take care. Thank you.
Bye.
That was Women in Trades with Amy the Sparky. Never miss an episode by subscribing now. Just hit the subscribe button and turn your notifications on.